He's just a little bee, and he happens to be the nicest bee I've met in a long time. Long time? What are you talking about? Are there other bugs in your life? No, but there are other things bugging me in life, and you're one of them. Fine. Talking bees, no yo, good night. My nerves are fried from riding on this emotional roller coaster. Goodbye, Ken, and for your information, I prefer sugar-free artificial sweeteners made by man. I'm sorry about all that. I know it's got an aftertaste. I like it. I always felt there was some kind of barrier between Ken and me. I couldn't overcome it. Oh well, are you okay for the trial? I believe Mr. Montgomery's out of ideas. We would like to we would like to we would like to call Miss Barry B. Benson to the stand. Good idea. You can really see why he's considered one of the best lawyers. Yeah, Layden, you've got to weave some magic with this jury, or it's all going to be over. Don't worry, the only thing I have to do is turn this jury around to remind them of what they don't like about bees. You got the tweezers? Are you allergic? Only to losing, son. Only to losing. Mr. Benson B., I'll ask you what I think you'd like to know. What exactly is your relationship to that woman? We're friends. Good friends? Yes. How good? Do you live together? Wait a minute. Are you a little bedbug? I've seen a bee documentary or two. From what I understand, doesn't your queen give birth to all the bee children? Yeah, but, so those aren't your real parents. Oh, Barry, yes they are. Hold me back for an illegitimate bee, aren't you, Benson? He's Nancy bees. Don't y'all date your cousins? Objection. I'm going to pincushion this guy. Adam, don't. That's what he wants. Oh, I'm hit. Oh, Lord, I'm hit. Order, order, the venom is coursing through my veins. I've been battled by a winged beast of destruction. You see, you can't treat them like equals. They're striped savages. Stinging's the only thing they know. It's their way. Adam, stay with me. I can't feel my legs. But Angel of Mercy will come forward to suck the poison from my heaving buttocks. I'll have order in this court. Order, order, please. The case of the honeybees versus the human race took a pointed turn against the bees yesterday when one of the legal team stung Clayton T. Montgomery. Hi, buddy. Hey, is there much pain? Yeah, I blew the whole case, didn't I? Doesn't matter. What matters is you're alive. I'd have died. I'd be better off dead. Look at me. They got it from the cafeteria downstairs and took a sandwich. Look, there's a little celery still on it. What was it like to sting someone? I can't explain it. It was all adrenaline and then ecstasy. Alright, you think this was a trap? Of course. I'm sorry. I flew right into this. What were you thinking? Look at us. I'm sorry, I flew right into this. What were you thinking? Look at us. They're just a couple of bugs in the world. What will humans do to us if they win? I don't know. I hear they put roaches in motels. That doesn't sound bad. Adam, they check in, but they don't check out. Oh my, could you get a nurse to close that window? Why the smoke? Bees don't smoke. Right, bees don't smoke. Bees don't smoke. But some bees are smoking. That's it. That's our case. It is. It's not over. Get dressed. I've got to go somewhere. Go back to the court and stall. Stall any way you can. And assuming you've done stuff correctly, you ready for the tub? Mr. Flayman? Yes. Yes, Your Honor. Where's the rescue team? Well, Your Honor, it's interesting. Bees are trained to fly haphazardly. As a result, we don't make very good time. I actually heard a funny story about, Your Honor, having these ridiculous bugs taking enough of the court's valuable time. How much longer will we allow these absurd shenanigans to go on? They have presented no compelling evidence to support their charges against my clients who run legitimate businesses. I move for a complete dismissal of the entire case. Mr. Flayman, I'm afraid I'm going to have to consider Mr. Montgomery's motion, but you can't. You all have a terrific case. Where's your proof? Where's the evidence? Show me the smoking gun. Hold it, Your Honor. You want a smoking gun? Here's a smoking gun. What is that? It's a bee smoker. What's this? This harmless little contraption? This couldn't hurt a fly, let alone a bee. Look what it has out of the bees have never been asked, smoking or non. Is this what nature intended for us? To be forcibly addicted to smoke machines that man-made wooden slat work camps? Leaving out our lives as honey slaves to the white man? What are we gonna do? He's paying the species card. Ladies and gentlemen, please, free the bees, 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 free the bees. And the court finds it in favor of the bees. Vanessa, we won. I knew you could do it. High five. Sorry, I'm okay. You know what this means? All the honey will finally belong to bees. Now we won't have to work so hard all the time. This is an unholy perversion of the balance of nature. Benson, you'll regret this. Barry, how much honey is out there? Alright, 1 out of 10. Fine. Barry, who are you wearing? My cousin's Ralph Lauren. I have no pants. What if Montgomery's right? What do you mean? We've been living the bee way for a long time, 27 million years. Congratulations on your victory, but we demand a settlement. First, we'll demand a complete shutdown of all bee work camps. Then we want back the money that was ours to begin with. Every last drop. We demand an end to the glorification of the bear as anything more than a filthy, smelly, bad breath stink machine. We're all aware of what they do in the woods. Where's my signal? Take him out. He'll have nauseous for a few hours, then he'll be fine, and we will no longer tolerate B-negative nicknames. It's just a Prancer-owned stage name, unnecessary inclusion of honey and bogus health products and la-da-dee human tea time snack garnishments. Can't breathe, bring it in, boys. Hold it right there. Good. Tap Mr. Blesswell. We just passed 3 cups. What's a gallon more coming? I think we need to shut down. Shut down? Never shut down. Shut down honey production? Stop making honey? Turn your keys, sir. What do we do now? Cannonball. We're shutting down honey production. Mission abort. Aborting pollination. Aborting pollination. Nectar return to base. I didn't even believe how much honey was out there. Oh yeah, what's going on? Where is everybody? Are they out celebrating? They're home.